Hello and welcome to New Filmmakers Los Angeles in partnership with Moviemaker magazine. My name is Danny De Lillo. We're here at the Cameras Los Angeles showroom in West Hollywood. I'm here with James Howell and Stephanie Domini with their movie, A Cool Dark Place. Let's take a look at a clip.
That's quite a name, Vivienne Saint-Germain.
So, welcome to the studio. It's great to have you guys here.
Thank you so much.
Good morning.
It's great being here.
Good morning.
Actually, good afternoon, actually.
Well,
Cheers.
good afternoon. There you go.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Congratulations on your movie.
Thank you so much.
Tell us a brief synopsis of your film.
It's basically a 1930s showgirl. Her life takes an unexpected turn when former mob ties and a return of a love enter the world of her husband's nightclub.
Wow, and explain a bit more about your role, because you had quite a lot of roles in this film, Stephanie.
Yes, I did. I am the writer, and I also star as the lead character, Vivienne Saint-Germain. And for a while, I pretty much was a one-woman show when I started pre-production and found the locations, and I cast, and then
You met James.
My lovely partner came aboard and helped wear the hat as the executive producer, and it went crazy from there. So it was fun.
How is taking on the role of an executive producer for this film?
Because I like the script a lot, how it originally started was when Stephanie first wrote this film. This is actually the second project she worked on. Her first project actually got a little bit of attention at the Austin Film Festival. So she wrote this film because she was really tied into the era and obviously strong women roles. And she wanted to present this at more festivals as a screenplay in competition. I looked at it, I read it, I liked it, and I said, why don't we just do this ourselves? So because it's something that I really liked and I believed in her work, that part was easy. Finding the right director was essential for us. So a lot of management in a small project like this, obviously with a certain budget, it definitely took a lot of commitment for this thing. So all in all, it was very challenging but fun at the same time.
How was the casting process for you? Because there's some really good characters in there.
Quite a few of the main lead roles were written for actors that I have already worked with. They inspired me, actually. The character that played my husband, Walter, as well as Charlie, the lover, and Greta, the cohort best friend, were definitely written for people that I had relationships with in the industry. And so that was really fun because they inspired me as artists themselves. And then the other parts ended up, even though I did some castings, they ended up all going to people that I had worked with or known in some capacity. So it was really fun working with basically a community of friends. And
that's what it's about, isn't it?
Yeah, it was great.
You never know, do you, if everyone's going to just gel together and just kind of work together properly. So it's really fantastic. Yeah. I mean, it kind of leads me to sort of say, what was your kind of biggest challenge making this project?
I think on my end, in the earlier stages of development, one was the locations for the nightclub. It's finding the space that aesthetically was part of my vision, and then finding it within the budget and finding the availability. And that was a huge chunk of what I spent months on, like an entire summer of researching nightclubs. Oh, that's really hard in New York. You're going out and finding the right place and making the right contacts and getting someone on board to work with what we could afford. That was a challenge. And then the final really big challenge, I think, was finding the right director that had the same vision. And I was open to a male or female director, but a part of me really wanted a woman to tell the story as well, visually and as far as directing the whole film. So that was a challenge of just finding the right person that had the right talent and the skill set and the same vision. So for me, those were the two biggest challenges.
Just to be clear, our film company does not discriminate. We hire both men and women directors. Just to be clear for everyone out there. No, I think the biggest challenge for myself was because it was a period piece, you just didn't want to make a mockery of the era. So you had to be very meticulous with what you're bringing in front of the camera, whether it's the costumes, whether it's the the proper speak, or even the way they walked, the dialogue. It was a bit concerning because it's obviously it's a challenge to bring that world into 2013 or 14.
Of course, yeah.
So that was probably one of the biggest things. I think for us technically, the composing was a lot. It was very challenging for us because it was just so fun. But all of a sudden, like you find yourself like you don't know all the instruments there. So we're on conference calls with the composer, like, what is that sound that comes up in 4 minutes and 32 seconds?
No way
What's
to
going on? Yeah.
Exactly. So that was probably technically one of the biggest challenges was dealing with the composing, but it turned out beautifully. I mean, he definitely hit everything and all of our influences like really well with
Because you
with
really
the
have
film.
to get it right for that period as well.
Yeah, you do. It's just
Spot
like
on.
it has to hit the emotion of each scene, and
Yeah.
also it has to play into how that era was at the time, because the
Yeah.
music does say a lot.
Yeah.
It's definitely not going to be something.
And
like
also for the
pop or
music
something.
too, it's because we had actual vocal performances throughout each scene. So we had to intertwine the score with the vocal performances because those pretty much lead most all of the scenes is the actual real performances. So
after all the work that you put in, you release your film Baby. What's it like to have your film, selected officially for New Filmmakers Los Angeles?
Oh, it's fantastic. It was a great end of the year, and I think
Perfect timing.
a good
actually.
run, like a good closure to the run of this short, since we're trying to focus on moving on to the feature and some other projects. So it was a really good, warm welcome to be in the city and then experience this. And then the quality of the other short films I have not seen. It was unprecedented to other festivals that I've attended. I feel
You
like
heard it here first.
You-
Just letting you guys know.
No, it's
yeah,
so
you guys
true.
really.
I think the selection was
the
great.
selection was incredible, and I really enjoyed the lineup of films last night.
We loved your work. We want to see more of your films.
Thank you, guys.
Congratulations.
We really appreciate it. We're honored to be a part of this, and thank you.
Well, thank you very
No,
much.
cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yay.
Thank
There
you.
we go.